I, Sea Voyager. Welcome to Eternum, an ancient land of fantastical legends. The Loreseekers, 3 of the finest storytellers of the New World, await your arrival. They'll spin ye a tale of mystery and adventure, so grab an ale and rest ye self from your journey across the cursed seas.
We're 24 hours away. If you're listening on release day. Boop, boop.
Wow.
It's true. It's true.
Was I a little pitchy?
Nobody said there was going to be a little ditty.
Well, I just kind of leaned into it. Kind of like you leaned into shaving your head.
But you know what's funny is that you crack the bald jokes, and you're every bit as bald as I am. As a matter of fact, your head's bigger.
I'm more of a man
your
than you.
head's bigger.
Yeah, I have a regular-sized head.
It makes you more bald than me.
You
so
still can wear infant hats.
You kind of got me on that one. Did I tell you I was a protected class yet?
Only twice. We're going on 3 times now.
My dudes, it is almost time. It's almost here. I kind of want to open this up a little bit differently. I want people to know who we are, and we can just dive in, because this is kind of a unique show. This is a show about the peoples, everyone who's here right now on our show and everyone listening. So welcome, friends. This is Loreseekers, the podcast for New World. We are your hosts. I am Jibbs. I'm joined by my good buddy from Mr. Indiana himself, Champ.
What's up, brother? How we doing today?
Good. Good. Look at Kash. He's mad because I skipped him.
Getting ready to get that musket ready.
Yeah.
And that great axe so I can run you down and chop you in half. What's up?
Yeah, baby.
I'm super excited, man. I can't wait.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Get your other man in here.
Yeah. And from, well, somewhere around these parts. Doesn't really matter. It's probably in a cave. Kash, what's going on? I'm glad you're here, kind of.
I like your musket, but I'm getting ready to get my staff of lives so that I can send all of the nice little tickle wickle healy feelies towards you.
Turns out it's also how you make kids.
I guess you guys don't want heels.
Okay.
No problem.
Well, we'll hardly get him anyway.
Yeah. Ouch! Bro, your knife cuts deep tonight. I'm just telling you.
I'm on fire.
It is.
Anyway.
I feel threatened. I'm just saying.
So, yeah, guys, well, we got the pleasantries out of the way.
Real quick, Burns, thank you for the sub, Doze.
Oh, yeah.
And Cheryl, thank you for the sub on tier 1. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, speaking of, hey, if you want to come watch the live show, come be a part, you can. Twitch.tv/LoreSeekersCast. We do live things. Lots of live things. Come be a part. Come hang out.
So tonight's different.
It is different. A little bit of a different intro, a little bit. It's different. Why is it different, Kash?
It's different because, we're so dang close to launch that we decided that instead of, having a formal show where we do like all the things, we're still going to do the things. Mm-hmm. But tonight's more about the community.
Yes.
Like as a game gets ready to launch, the game is not the game unless the community is there. And
yeah,
it's not just our stream. I'm looking at a bunch of other streams, a whole bunch of New World streams going on. There are a lot of people super hyped about it.
Yeah.
We're days away. Tonight's stream on the Loreseekers podcast is about the community.
That's right.
Yeah, it's kind of open forum tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's there's no news. It's the pre-show. It's the. I mean, this is it. We only ever get this once. The last Loreseekers Live, the last episode of Loreseekers before launch, we only ever get it once. And
we're gonna be busy in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
in less than a week.
Yeah, we're gonna be real busy leveling.
Yeah.
So we did a stream this past week, and you were working, so you were able. You had a break in the day. You were able to moderate, and it was fun. We just sat around and chit chatted, and it was a really, really fun hype stream. And we're like, man, that was a lot of fun. Let's do it again. So that's that's kind of what we're doing. Yeah. All about the community.
I think I only yelled at the screen like 4 or 5 times while I was monitoring, because I was sitting at work. I had my laptop on my lap, and I'm not kidding you. Like I felt, hopefully I felt like our viewers feel when they're watching, but I enjoyed every second of that. Just listening to you and Champ and Solus talk, and you guys had some great points you brought up. It got real in a couple of spots, and just real life stuff, you guys. Because aside from being these nerdy gamers, which we are, I'm sure we all are, because we're all in here watching 3 people talk about a game, but we have lives and we have families and we have real life experiences and all that stuff. And I think it's a pretty special time when we can share that stuff, and we share our life experiences and the things that we've learned, and in some cases wisdom, in some cases dum-dum, but we share all of that with you. And it was kind of cool to be on the other side of that. Just watch and absorb it all. It was cool.
Chat says, quote, "It's a peacock."
Gotta let me fly, Captain.
Gotta
let me fly.
Let me fly.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll show you.
Yeah. Speaking of, go to was it youtube.com? Do we got is it the URL set up yet?
It's not yet, because it's a baby channel. I mean, we have a crap ton of videos on there already, but it's a baby channel, so I got to wait a couple more days in order to get us our actual Loreseekers Cast URL. But if you search Loreseekers Cast on YouTube, you can you'll find us. You'll see our logo. You'll see our old channel for ESO, and then you'll see our new one for New World. And go to our shorts. There's some pretty funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We haven't announced where we're going yet, have we? Publicly?
Not.
We have not.
We have announced that we're going to a West server.
Yes. Okay.
But that's
okay. Oh, hey, can we give an announcement? Kind of a fun little ditty. So, friends, today, however you're listening, whenever you're listening, we're happy to announce we're officially sponsored by Audible. So, just for tuning in, hanging out, if you want to get some free stuff, literally free, I've done this many a times. I was that guy way back in the day using this code. So here's
why not?
Yeah, why not? It was free and it worked like a charm. So anyway, here's what you do. You want to get something for free on us? Here's what you do. Literally free. You go to audibletrial.com/Loreseekers. You sign up for the free 30-day free trial. You get 1 free audiobook, which, by the way, Audible's owned by Amazon, so another win. Owned by Amazon, so you will get 1 free Audible book, okay? If you're a Prime member, you get 2. You get complete access to their Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. You can listen all you want. Totally free. At any time, you can cancel in that first 30 days if you're not satisfied. And you keep all your stuff. You keep your 2 free books and all the other good stuff. So yeah, boom. audibletrial.com/Loreseekers. So there you go.
I freaking love Audible.
It's so good. When it's like, oh, the best part is when the episode's done, you listen to all the shows out there and you're like waiting. You're at work, you can't do anything. Well, you flip on an Audible book. That's what I did.
Yeah. Can I give a recommendation?
Yes, please do.
There is a series by Patrick Rothfuss called Name of the Wind. It's fantasy. It's excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Patrick Rothfuss, Name of the Wind. Out freaking standing.
I've been wanting to get into those new Star Wars books. The new ones, the new series they're doing. Have I ever gotten
Do
that
it.
one? Do it.
Do it.
Unlimited power. Unlimited. But anyway, so yeah, go check it out. audibletrial.com/Loreseekers. Okay, gentlemen. So, Champ, I know we talked about this on the last stream, but for the life of me, I don't remember what your main melee weapon is. I know it's musket.
Great axe.
Great axe. Okay. All right.
Musket and great axe is what I'm going to use. And my plan is the way we run our patrols as a community, we are going to, our governor, Mr. Solus, is going to be our point man.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing the directions, and he'll be, calling, and we'll have different groups broke down, and we'll be walking through the wood line. And we're actually, when we talk about light RP, we talk about using military tactics for as far as maneuvering and calling out things, and it's gonna be a really good time. And I'm gonna be in the back. And before I was a tank, and I would have to run so far to get up there to smack you with a hammer. But you know what? Maybe I won't go tank. So I'm going to use a musket and a great axe, and I'm just going to look at shooting people in the face and cutting them in half.
Okay, I like it.
I feel like I have to clarify something, and I think we've done this a few times, but like when the Loreseekers talk about how we're playing this game and we're playing this game with light RP, it's not like, oh, D'Artagnan, your clothes are especially fluffy today. That's not what we're talking about. It is, we might make some funny voices and stuff, but it's mostly in jest. What we're talking about is exactly what Champ just kind of described. How we may set out on a patrol, and there may be some call outs to keep everybody in line and to make sure the company is moving as a unit. We may call out targets, and those things that's kind of the light RP flavor that we throw out. We may set off on a mission that night as a company or as a group or a couple of groups and have a goal in mind.
Right.
And that goal has that RP flavor.
Right.
But it's not like, we're speaking in thous and these.
Right.
And we will doing that.
We will. And that's the thing is, and what's funny too is there's different tactics we can use, a bait and ambush. So if we know we have a unit or an element ahead of us, we set up an ambush on the left and the right. We run a unit down the middle. I hold my squad in the back, and that unit brings them to us, get them in that kill zone, and then we just decimate. So I'm giving out some secrets. So if you're on our server and you decide you want to shot at the champ, no pun intended. There's a tactic, but you still got to deal with it. And I think that's what it is. And just allowing people that have never been in the military to see that, you know what I'm saying, and to be part of that and kind of see what, myself and Sullus had done, and, Kash, you and your experience with the SWAT and all that stuff, and just your ability to kick doors in and, in all the games that we play as far as Breakpoint and Wildlands. Be a good time. Be a good time.
Yeah, let's be clear. Like, so Conif in chat says light RP. In other words, allowing yourself to get into the spirit of the game a little. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Make no mistake, Jibbs and Champ will be PvPing. Because we're PvPers. That will be a thing. We will be fighting. There will be a whole lot of that. Because I want to own a town. I want our company to own a town. That's going to be a thing.
Kash is going to be in the background going, hold on, I found a lore page.
I got to pick this flower real quick. I'll be there in a moment.
I'm raiding. Hold the company.
The company.
That's about right.
So what?
That's about
There are
accurate.
trees here to be cut. We don't have time for murder.
We're not getting heals, and all of a sudden we hear, where's Kash?
You know what? I'm gonna call you out. You can't disrespect the sounds in the game by doing it like that.
Oh, hey, I'm glad you said that. Should we talk about the sound? Because
In a minute, we're talking about launch plans.
Oh, okay, all right. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I love where your
King
head's at,
Kash.
because dude, we all got giddy as soon as he said something about the sound. We're all like
Yeah.
that 5-year-old from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That first time you got in game, the eyes that you had when I was in video with you, and you're like,
Yeah. That's
Is
accurate.
this real life? Is this real life? I'm trying to touch a screen.
Yeah. The graphics are so good. But so day one launch plans. What are we doing?
Well, I think, Champ talked about his build already. I am going to make no bones about it. Like, I'm going to take my time. You might find this funny, but I definitely go in life staff, and I'm leaning towards the ice gauntlets.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Do
give
it.
it a shot, because what I'm hearing is at the higher levels of the ice gauntlets, like, you get more bang for your buck.
real quick, we got a raid.
Got a big old fat raid from Eagle
Big
Garrett.
old fat raid.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. We appreciate you.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the show,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys. Welcome
Finish your
for the
part.
lore, friends.
That's
for
right.
the law.
That's right.
Thank you, Eagle Garrett. That's freaking fantastic. Yeah, but I think I'm going Life Staff, and I think I'm going Ice Gauntlets, at least to give it a shot. If I don't, then maybe for leveling, I'll throw a hatchet on that second slot. But and hey, here's the deal: I'm probably gonna level slower because I'm gonna be reading a lot of shit. I've waited. I've really, really waited. I've been super proud of myself. So I'm going to be in that lore mode, just reading a lot of the stuff. But you know, I'll be trailing behind you guys a little bit, like throwing you heels, like Hail Marys with a football.
Hail Mary.
Did you get that one?
Did you get the greedy Heelys?
As I
when you
limp.
said that in game during closed beta, I almost peed myself. I'm just gonna be honest, dude, because you did it in the local chat, so it has that. For those of you who don't know, if you didn't use the local chat, when you use it, it echoes for whoever's in your group. And when he yelled, "I'm going to throw some greedy Heelys," I stopped doing what I was doing, almost died because I was laughing so hard on the inside, it damn near killed me. It was
Stand
so
in
good,
a
man.
circle for your hilly feelings. That's gonna be a thing again.
Hilly feelies.
Hilly feelies.
Oh man, I am struggling. So like, I know I'm gonna go bow every friggin' time because I've been using nwdb.info, the New World database. Great site. Those guys are crushing it over there. And for my talent builder, and I think, okay, I'm gonna go bow. Maybe I'll go sword. And I look at sword and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go sword. Maybe I'll go hatchet. I did hatchet in open beta. I'm like, maybe I'll go hatchet. I don't know. I'm gonna go hatchet. And then I look at great axe. I'm like, I know Champ's going great axe. Maybe I'll go great axe. Maybe. Then I look at the hammer and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks tasty too. Thor, get a little bit of that action. I know what that sounds like. Champ was doing a good job with that last time. And then I think spear, because I think Kash is, just teeing off like he did, hitting those elk at like, what was it, like a cool 300 yards away?
Oh, yeah, might be a stretch, but yeah, it was 300 yards.
It was 300, absolutely.
Dude, you threw that spear over the crest of a hill and hit that. Was it a deer?
Elk.
Was it a deer?
It was an elk.
It was a cow elk.
And you hit him center mass between the shoulder. Like he was like, not today, not today, funny dude with the hairdo. What the hell was that?
Yep.
It was so good, dude. And the sound of your voice when you yelled, when you hit it, you sounded like a kid on Christmas morning and you got that Xbox.
I was like, we're
so
having
good,
elk tonight.
You know what's crazy about the elk? I only ever saw a bull once. One time.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy how rare they are?
Dude, and I'll tell you what hits me in the feels is in the real world. I'll probably get a hate mail over this, but I love to hunt. I love to bow hunt.
Right.
And I've been several times to Colorado and other places in the United States hunting elk.
Mm-hmm.
And they have made finding and hunting and stalking bull elk in this game have a sense of realism, because there's a reason a bull elk has a freaking massive rack, because they are incredibly majestic and elusive and very freaking smart. And I love that. You see way more cow elk than you do bull elk.
Dude, and the freaking rack that they have in New World is legit. Like, they've been around a while. I literally thought it was a boss when I first saw it, because I've only ever seen one. And I couldn't even get the kill on it. It took off. And absolutely massive.
And then you have the elk that are affected by Azoth and the island.
Yeah.
Those are even like, oh my god, like how much I love druids.
Right.
And I love that nature aspect of fantasy games. And so like when I saw that, I was just like, whoa.
Right.
Amazing.
You know my favorite animal though? Was the mountain goats, because they would run away from you, circle you and ram into you and then run off again. Not lying. I literally was running. I ran up to a tree. I started chopping the tree down and I seen him take off. I'm like, all right, cool. chopping the tree down, and all of a sudden, boom, he ran right into me with his head and then took off and just boom, gone. And I'm like, dude, I wasn't even messing with you, bro. Is this your backyard? Am I standing in the wrong spot? I mean, it was.
And he said,
yes. Right. But the crazy thing is what game puts that in it? New World. Like, that is a preyed animal, so they are going to run away from you. But if you don't deal with them, they're going to circle around and smack you in the rear end. And it was great. It's just those little nuances. And think about the things that we're going to talk about after the first week of release that we get to experience. Think about the nuggets that we are going to find in this game, because if the starter zones are that good, you know, I mean, and we trekked to Reekwater, and holy Jesus. Real quick, K-Champ, thank you for the gift of the tier 1 sub, and Governor Sullis coming in with the hammer. Thank you for the subs. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Yeah.
This is definitely a community episode, by the way. If you all haven't picked up on that yet, that's what's happening. So
yeah, if you came here for some breakdowns, we're just here to laugh. So because we're getting excited.
Yeah, we're
really
super
excited.
hyped. We figured out that our focus is going to be absolute poop tonight. So we might as well just like make it about chat and reading chat and answering questions and you know talking about our experiences and stuff. But it's funny you mentioned the goat, because I recorded a lot of my character just walking around the world, and I put 2 videos up on YouTube for all ambience, right? Mm-hmm. I must have gotten through hours of walking through Aeternum without getting attacked. A couple areas I had to run in some areas and stuff. I was able to lose aggro. I think it might be the video that you have up now.
Yeah.
I make this huge loop and I get almost all the way to the end of the video, and right at the end of the video, I'm on a road and I come face to face with this goat. And I'll be damned if that MFer did not just double back, turn around, and he freaking got me right in the twig and berries, dude. And he just, boom, right in the nuts. And down I go. And I'm sitting there recording the video going, I am not editing that out. That is gold. But yeah, I see what you're saying about the coats. It's pretty damn funny. Yeah,
I love the animals in this. There's so much to love about this game. There's so much to love. I'm going to fanboy out for a minute. Gosh, so we're sitting here for everyone who's tuning in right now. We're currently watching one of the, while we do this episode, one of our walkabouts like Kash was just talking about. And just seeing the world. And it's so refreshing. As an MMO fan, it's so refreshing to finally have an MMO that is next gen. A next gen MMO that's not dated. Because ultimately they are, because they've been out for a while, and rightfully so. They've been out for a while, you know? And it's nice to see something new. And something new in this genre, because it's almost like a needle in the haystack with this genre. Finding a new MMO that's good, that's great, that has everything you're looking for, that you want. And, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that we just have not had. I mean, there's definitely been MMOs that have come out in the last few years, but when was the last time? I know we've covered this, but when was the last time that we've had a true, massively funded, long development cycle AAA MMO? Right?
I'm gonna go. I don't know whose budget was bigger, if it was ESO or if it was SWTOR. I'm going to guess SWTOR because it was EA. I don't know the numbers on ZeniMax with ESO. I'm just going to assume SWTOR because the voiceover work they had to handle and deal with there.
Right. Yep, for sure. But I mean, you think back to that time and of course we played a whole bunch of other games in between that time. Single player games, shooters, whatever. But when you're an RPG fan, specifically an MMORPG fan, we have had the feeling for so many years that our genre is dying.
Yeah.
And this game, it really, really feels to me because this game, I've talked about it before too. This game hit me in the nuts. I did not think that it was going to hit me this hard.
Yeah.
but it truly, truly did. And I think what above and beyond everything else, above and beyond the sights and the sounds and the amazing UI, the fact that it's next gen,
Yeah.
this game, I think, is doing a service to the MMORPG genre in resurrecting our freaking hope.
Right.
Yeah.
And in chat, somebody put Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah. Final
Keep in
Fantasy.
mind though, it didn't get good until Reborn. Because
Right.
I played that game early on and it was hot garbage.
Right.
It really was.
But that is a testament to a good
Yes.
development company.
We'll
It's
reboot
true.
it and we'll start over. And that
It's
is where I feel like we're sitting at right now. I feel like we're in a game, we're coming into a game where they care about the game. Obviously, they kicked back the release date for a month. That is a testament from the beginning.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait.
Yeah.
This ain't ready yet.
Right.
It's pretty good, man.
This has
It's,
been
it's,
this-
it's pretty good.
This has been the hardest wait period I think I've had for a game is in years. In years. I haven't been this excited since I was in college, and every single Thursday, or it was either Wednesday or Thursday, SWTOR released those weekly updates. They started doing it every week. And I remember they started doing the class update, the class releases. Remember Kash and Champ, the bios they would
yeah.
put out? Like, it's just like, oh, I would chomp at the bit just waiting for these things, sitting in a study hall at college. And yeah, now here we are, getting ready to enjoy this awesome looking MMO. Which, by the way, I mean, the list goes on, like how, what about this MMO that's awesome or what's great, but I think it goes without saying the sound in this game is absolutely on a whole nother level.
Nice.
It's-
Nice. Nice segue.
Did you see what I did there? You followed me.
I saw what you did there. I feel you, dog.
Feel you, dog. You go ahead and show me what about it.
So there was, we talk about ambience a lot in this game. Now, by the way, for those of you who are tuning in right now, if you missed it, the soundtrack is out. And this soundtrack, oh my gosh, it's my favorite soundtrack of any MMO of all time. You are hitting things from, if you listen to, I believe it's called Empress's Ambition. So you have the ancient Eastern, amazing sounds, and then especially the last 10 seconds, and then you listen to other tracks that I feel like I'm transported to like Game of Thrones or like Rohan from Lord of the Rings. Like it takes you. It's the most quote unquote full soundtrack I've ever heard. It's hitting all the genres, all the things, and it's so good.
It's hitting the cultures.
Yes. There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a true celebration. When they talk making a celebration of the cultures, it really is a celebration. And man, it's good. It's very, very good. And there's a video out. It was called Scoring a Turnum. And for those of you who are, tuning in live on the stream, we're going to sit here and watch this here for a second. But we talk about ambience a lot. Here's how they made the ambient noises here in New World. Let's check it out.
The level of detail it deserved.
I come from a small village in the northeast of France called Saint-Nabord, and during my many trips to visit family, my dad would come with me to help me record the sounds in the forest just 5 minutes drive from their house, and would take ropes, would wrap them around the trees and pull them slowly to get a long cracking sound. Hearing those sounds in a live game reminds me of those intimate father and son moments. I'm pretty happy with how the musket turned out after recording the Civil War reenactment in Huntington Beach. We had authorization to place all our microphones on the field and around the cannons and close and far away from the muskets. You see, I feel that commercial sound libraries tend to focus too much on the blockbuster experience, and we're more looking for documentary style recording, so we knew we had to record it ourselves. And the musket shot right now is pretty complex. It changes over distance with the direction, but it also has different reflections for the different biomes and the different indoor locations too. For the sound effects, I think it comes from the level of details. Your voice gets muffled and resonates if you put a helmet on. You can also hear the rustle of your shirt or your leather coat all the way to the tinkle of your metallic armor. And we also added sounds for the sword on your hip or the bow that you have equipped on your back, all the way to the shield that you carry. You see, we wanted the player to feel the weight of every weapon, but there's a catch. The heavier you get, the louder you become too. For the ambiances, if you go under the rain, you will hear the drops falling on your leather coat, but it will sound like tinkles if you wear metallic armor. That rain actually changes if you're on the road or if you're on the grass, and if you go inside a wooden house, and it will change also if you're inside a tent. Yes, you'll actually hear the drops falling on the fabric above your head. The ambience is actually driven by the assets, so if you are in a forest and some players chop down all the trees, the sound of the wind in the pine trees will actually gradually fade out to complete silence.
Through music, languages, and sound effects, the sound team has designed a world that feels real and tangible, no matter what activities the player is participating in. This is thanks not only to the almost boundless creativity of the talent involved.
So that right there was Jean-Edouard McLeod, and that is the. I hope I'm close. That is the.
Oh my God, you nailed it! I'm so freaking proud of you right now.
Oh, thank you so much. That's the audio director for New World, and absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. First off, Jean, you know what? Like, anytime we do an interview in the past, we've interviewed Kash. I remember we interviewed Drew Karpyshyn from the Star Wars Darth Bane novels. I remember we had Evan Jorgensen on, from EverQuest days. I never felt like nerding out. I always just wanted to be professional and give them the best interview experience ever. Like, I've never been one to nerd out. When it comes to New World, I'm pretty confident. If I hung out with Jean, or if I hung out with, oh my gosh, what's their names? The Game of Thrones the composers that compose this, 100% would nerd out. I'm an audio engineer teacher. This is what's going to always make this game so special to me is the sound. Absolutely stunning, dude.
When I watched that video at the end of it, I went, holy, I mean, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of work. You remember we talked about Reekwater and how I felt like I was in Brazil?
Yeah.
Again, down in South America?
Yep.
Because of the way the jungle sounded?
Yep.
We just watched a video where this man and his father went out and chopped trees down to get these sounds.
Right.
Name me another game did that.
Dude, that's the way you do it. Like, that is the best way to do it, to go out in the world and capture those sounds like that. And what he said is so true. The world, so even me as someone putting together a show, I am guilty of finding sounds that are cinematic instead of documentary based. And when he said that, I'm like, yes. That's what this game does. It captures these sounds from a documentary standpoint, which in turn has so much depth and breathes so much life. And it constantly is smacking you in the face when you're running through a tournament with just how good it is.
And on top of that, it's, the sound is absolutely fantastic, the things that they were able to capture. But the other point of it is the things that they chose to detail.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay. So the transition from you walking in a rainy environment from the outside to an inside changes to where you actually hear the pitter patter of the rain hitting the roof, which is a hard material, or a tent, which is
cloth.
Not a hard material.
Right.
It's cloth. So it's different. The pitter patter of the rain on the different types of armor, that is what's detailed out. So I know one of the things that you said, Bruce, is that, you know, sound is absolutely everything. Jibbs, I know that that's the way you feel because like audio is a big part of your life.
It really is.
So that makes a lot of sense to me. And I know that Amazon knows it. I know that AGS knows this. They know that they have something super special, which is why it makes it even more special that seeing the content creators and seeing the comments and stuff that are out there about their game and about the sounds in their game, that they gifted this to us.
Right.
Right.
I truly feel like they gifted this video to us so that we understand the work that went into making it what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what's good is I was an infantryman for a lot of years and I walked through a lot of woods. I get that same feel in this game. I'm not in the military anymore. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get to do those things anymore, but the woods sounds like the woods, man. It just, man, I can't even express it. You know me, I always got something to say, but I can't put words to how impressive it is and the remarkable job that they did all these years they put into this game. It is so good. Can y'all please just open up the servers? I'm just saying, man.
They've done such a wonderful job taking the game from just it's like it blurred the lines. They've blurred the lines just with the audio alone to where game meets life, you know? And it's so relatable already with the premise and the lore and everything behind the game, which is super rich already. And it's just, it's unparalleled. Absolutely unparalleled.
I think speaking of game meets life, I talked to you guys about it before when we were doing pre-show, but when he mentioned that they took those musket sounds from Huntington Beach, that's Huntington Beach, California. Like I know, like I'm not super proud about living in Southern California, but that is so insanely close to me.
That's awesome.
Had I known that New World was there taking those sounds, I probably would have stalked him and maybe humped his leg or something like that. But
humped his leg.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry,
yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Say what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, you know, it happens to the best of us.
But anyway, I'm not kidding you. Like for me, that hits incredibly close to home. And that event, I know exactly when that event took place because a very close friend of mine, probably one of the coolest people I've ever known, is a Civil War reenactor, and I've worked with him. He was my boss for a lot of years, chief that I worked with, and he does that. He was there, so while those guys were doing it, like his musket could be in this game.
That's so cool. How cool is that?
Very close to home for me.
Yes, that's so
pretty awesome, man.
So cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Awesome. You know, like I'm just gonna keep talking about it. I'm sorry, but the audio is just like, it tells its own story. Like if you go and listen to that soundtrack from beginning to end, I had it playing in my classroom today. I was playing it in my classroom just because the way, like you hear Ready Player One in this soundtrack because they're using synthesizers. You know, they're using and here's some things for you. So within that video, you know, scoring a turnum, they had some points that they were talking about. Did you know that they created unique languages for factions of the game? So the Ancients, the Corrupted, and the Lost, with over 4,000 words each. And he started talking in the corrupted tongue.
Yep.
On the video.
Yeah. Ridiculous. And again, think about this. You're taking it back to Tolkien.
Yes.
Because he completely wrote languages for the elves, for the dwarves, for all that. Yep. They went to that level for a video game, not a movie. Video game.
Yeah.
Why though? Okay, I'm getting super effing serious right now because now we're talking lore. Okay, I'm getting super effing serious. Why?
Do I need to bring out the hatchet, bro?
Like, I need to bring out your baby axe.
It's a hatchet, thank you. Hatchet?
No, but my question stands, you guys. Why would they write a completely different language. And let's be clear, this is not just a spoken language, you guys, because there are tons of things that are already in the game. There are symbols already in the game that nobody can figure out. Right? Why would they go through the trouble of writing an entirely new language? Longevity.
There's no lore in the game, right? I mean, so
I mean, that's what they say. There's no lore in the game.
Longevity.
yes,
Because this game is going to progress further than we know. They have plans for this thing.
I'm hoping for an Amazon Prime video series.
yes.
I'm hoping for novels.
Dude.
That's the
Yes.
one thing. Cash, what did we say all the time in ESO? What's the one thing? Like, flush it out. Do more. Keep doing it. And they're gonna do it here. You know they're gonna do it.
Dude,
They have to. They have to.
their Amazon Game Studios connection to the mothership is going to absolutely equal some incredible things for us in the future. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not even an Amazon employee. I just have a feeling that a company this big, standing behind their vision of delivering an experience to their consumer, delivering this experience. And I truly do believe that that is what they have first and foremost. If you deliver this experience to people that is unparalleled in the thing that they love, which for us, RPG games, particularly online RPG games, if they can deliver that experience that keeps you coming back because it's something so incredibly special that you haven't experienced ever in your gaming career, then the money comes. They know that. But that's why their effort is going towards creating a quality experience. And what is going to exponentiate that? Bringing you into this game when you are not playing this game.
Yes.
So, music,
Yes.
books,
Yep.
merchandise,
Absolutely.
right? Like,
Yeah.
how many of you out there would not want a novel series on New World?
Yes. Yes. That's exactly how you solidify an IP. That's how you do it. Flesh it out, make it as prevalent as you can, and the way that they're doing it is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And it's, you hit the nail on the head on so many times. Master Conniff in chat says, I've said it before, we're at the ground level of a AAA MMO from a subsidiary of the largest company in the world. It's just getting started.
I gotta read this one.
And just like Sullus, he's talking about how they're going to light up a tree in Germany for an event prior.
I saw that one.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that tweet. That's awesome.
Iho de la Luna, welcome, my friend. He's been with us for quite a long time in our streams. He
Hey.
says eventually you can reorder your toilet paper in game too. It's all connected. It's all connected to the mothership. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's good.
I love it.
Hey, what's up, Mesmerized?
Hey.
That's one of my boys.
Oh, hey, right on. That's awesome.
Welcome.
Awesome. Yeah.
You know, the big thing about this whole thing, and like you're saying about the lore and everything like that, I hope that if they have novels, you can go ahead and quote me on that. If they do these novels, I hope it ties into the lore in game and doesn't tell the lore for the game outside of the game, because that was the one thing about WoW that I hated. For you to understand the story of Sylvanas, you had to read the book.
Yeah.
You get where I'm at?
Right.
So I hope they only go into an in-depth of what the lore is already there, because I feel like the game should tell the story for those that don't want to read the novels, right? But I agree with you. I hope they have more content. If they have a show, I mean, and I can watch once a week, or just drop them all at once so I can just binge. I'm just saying, just let me binge it.
Right.
But the level of everything in this game, it looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
The weapons are amazing. The water bouncing off the heavy armor blows my mind.
Right?
the hell are you laughing
Dude.
at?
It's some funny stuff. We have a first time chat from Barb and Jax. They said if they do, it will be an Arcana ingredient.
Thank you for saving me on that one because I totally butchered that.
Dude, I love gamers.
You know, and Crammel was talking earlier, and he was talking about how let me find his chat when he's talking about playing with it. Just getting into looking at New World and planning to start playing with my son on launch. We're both WoW Classic players and haven't played any of the betas. Really looking good. My friend, you are in for a treat.
Yeah.
You are going to experience something at the beginning of day one. When you get on the beach and you walk up that hill and somebody's chopping a tree or mining and there's dudes shooting muskets off to your right, and you are going to stop on that beach and go, wow, they weren't kidding about the sounds.
It's gonna blow your mind. The combat is methodical. It's slower paced and it's very methodical, and it feels dynamic. The NPCs react to what you do. Champ
9:27, 8 a.m.
What?
Pre-download. Right there.
There it is. 9:27, 8 a.m. Pacific. You're gonna get the pre-download. That is.
Sorry,
awesome.
I got excited. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that
No,
excited me.
That's awesome.
No, dude, that's literally breaking news.
Breaking news.
breaking
news.
I'm Ron Burgundy. And
Hi,
San
bro.
Diego, you can go yourself.
Dang it! Who put it in question mark on the teleprompter again? 56% of the time, it works every time. Oh.
Yeah, friends, I'm telling you, like in that last story that you told, Champ, about somebody in chat who's looking to get in the game for the first time, didn't play any of the betas. I only got to play one of the betas, just the one, and just like you were saying, the game looks very, very good. Yeah, like you can absolutely see that just from videos on YouTube and gameplay streams and such. And that's pretty much what I did. But when I finally did get my hands on the game, it really solidified everything. Like they are making a gem of a game. And there are going to be some issues. Every launch title has issues.
Absolutely.
But the one thing that we can say we've mentioned before, the one thing that we can say is that the foundation for this game, the foundation that Amazon Game Studios has set for this game, is the most solid foundation we've ever seen for a game ever. And we have played a lot of MMOs, and that is not a boast. That's just telling you how effing old we are. Played a lot of freaking games.
84 years.
84 years. Well, you going back to Cramwell and him playing with his son and never played the game. Cramwell, I got a story for you. K-Champ is my beloved. She has never played a video game in her entire life. She has never wanted to play a video game in her entire life. She is going to play New World with me. Simply watching me play and us streaming it and talking about it hooked her. And mesmerizes my boy. He'll tell you, K-Champ don't play video games. She is going to play for the first time. That is mind-blowing for me. And I talk about it every stream because I have to, because it's awesome.
Oh, it's special. Like you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. When you have a family who games together, families who game together, stay together. Like it's just a win-win all around.
There's a message from Jaws of Life in chat. It says, I haven't played any beta. My level of hype is strictly from listening to you guys and talking to @Zon22 about it at work.
That's awesome.
And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes. And it doesn't hurt that Amazon is behind this. I am so sorry, but it just does not hurt that Amazon is behind this. And you can find people's comments about, oh, Jeff Bezos this and blah, 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 blah. You know what, dude? You can be jealous all you freaking want. This is a company that knows what the F they're doing because they're getting this stuff figured out. And if they can produce something like this and this ends up being their baby, imagine what they're going to do in the future, not just with New World, but with other games, with the gaming industry. You guys talked about it on your stream when you streamed the other day when I was at work, right? And they brought up a great point. Amazon is shaking up the system
Yes.
with this game right now.
Yes.
And how do we know this? We pay pretty close attention to the gaming communities. We just came from a very large gaming community. What we are seeing is all kinds of games. There's gamers from all kinds of different games flooding into New World. And you don't know what's going to happen a month or two after launch, but right now, Amazon is causing one hell of a stir.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Space.
Absolutely. And this is a grand slam on many ways, for many reasons. We need this as MMO players. Absolutely. We need this genre to keep moving forward. We need it to be kind of shaken up a little bit. You know, get out of the comfort zone, do things like this. If Amazon was to do nothing else and they just did audio alone, they've already set a precedent.
But then you take the fact that a lot of people don't know people talk about add-ons. A lot of people don't know there are cooldowns in the game. There's a way for you to show both weapons so you can track the cooldowns on both weapons.
Yeah.
There's a way for you to change the life staff to where you can use it to target people. Not in a tab target sense, but with the roll of the mouse wheel.
Right.
There's marking systems that they took from Apex. They had a dude from Call of Duty do their first-person shooting.
Dude, how good does that feel?
They took all of these things from all of these games that were successful and went, I like that. And then they brought the sound. It's phenomenal. And I know we get stuck. We always revolve back around to the sound because let's face it, you know you're there when you hear it. If they put you there audibly, you're there physically.
Yeah.
You can close your eyes. And we all, you know, when I say RP in my character, it's just I allow myself to enjoy the environment. Libby's in the house.
I know, that's why I'm smiling. I'm totally doing it. I'm shouting out my daughter. Libby Lemon is in chat. Sweetie, I love you tons. Thanks for coming over to support me. If you guys like Valorant, if you have anybody that plays Valorant, my daughter streams on Twitch and she's very, very good. Twitch.tv/Libby Lemon, LIBBIELEMON. Love you, buddy.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
You know, do you guys remember us talking about zombies?
Yeah. Well, we've talked a lot about zombies. Like, give me
let's talk about this. So, somebody was perusing through the AWS service and terms.
Okay.
And on line 4210.
Wait, this is a real thing?
Of the lumberyard,
yeah.
which is the what's the lumberyard? It's their
it's the engine. It's their engine. It's Amazon's engine for building this game.
I would like to read something to chat. 4210 online. This is real. You can go to aws.amazon.com/service-terms/ 4210. And I quote, acceptable use, safety critical systems. Your use of the lumberyard materials must comply with the AWS acceptable use policy. The lumberyard materials are not intended for the use for life critical or safety critical systems, such as the use and operation for medical equipment, automated transportation systems, autonomous vehicles, aircraft or air traffic control, nuclear facilities, manned spacecraft, or military use in connection with live combat. Here's where it takes a turn. However, this restriction will not apply in the event of the occurrence certified by the United States Centers for Disease Control or successor body of a widespread viral infection transmitted via bites or contact with bodily fluids that cause human corpses to reanimate and seek to consume living human flesh, blood, brain, or nerve tissue, and is likely to result in the fall of organized civilization. Go look at it. I'm not making this up.
I need a link. Give me a link.
I'll link it right now.
Link it in the
I'll
Twitch
link it
chat.
right now.
Link it in the Twitch chat.
We're gonna link
That's
it. You guys,
insane.
Champ, I'm so happy that you brought this up. You'll notice I put the link in there because I wanted to cover this. This is absolutely true, friends. This is the Amazon Web Services service terms. And in it, the game engine for New World is covered. And this is literally 42.10. And basically it's saying that lumberyard materials must comply with acceptable use policy, and they're not intended for this, that, this, or that, or that in here's where it gets funny, because the whole meaning of this is lumberyard materials, basically the engine, cannot be used for nuclear facilities, manned spacecraft, or military use in connection with live combat unless there's a freaking zombie apocalypse. Then you're good. Then you can use it. So don't ask us how we found it, but we did.
When you called me and said, bro, look at this right now. And I started reading, and I'm like, there is no way this is a joke. This is and it's real deal. This was approved. It is ridiculous. So not only are they putting in lore in their games, they're putting lore in their dang terms and services. They're putting things in there to see if you're reading. So hey, guess what? Hey, AWS, we found it.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, don't ask how we found it, but just know we are looking. We're looking at a lot of crap to try and bring stuff up. And when we found this, it was immediate messages to our team. Like, what in the ever-loving hell is going on right now? And the only thing that we could figure out is that Amazon Game Studios has a incredible sense of humor. And like, okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. Fantastic.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm scared.
Gentlemen, we're on the precipice of a new launch for the first time in a very long time. I really don't know how we end this. I don't know that we need to end this now, but like, I don't know really. I'm just like shooting from the hip. I mean, like, for those listening, I mean, it's tomorrow. Like, if you're listening on release day, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, on our podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I cannot wait, dude. Today at work, drug.
Right?
I can't find anything to play. I can't play anything. I have played 10 different games and I play it for 30 minutes and I'm like, that's not a new world. The hell with it.
Right?
It sucks.
No, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty darn content just like smacking the keyboards, like talking in Discord all day or talking to you knuckleheads all day and like thinking about like the lore stuff. I'm so engrossed in the game and its story and plans and the things that are going on in our company and everything right now. And we're not alone. Like, look at there's a whole bunch of other streams going on and they're doing exactly what we're doing. They're talking hype and speculation and what's going on. Look, we had a live thing pop up tonight about when the servers are coming up,
right?
Or when the download goes live. So actually, what was that? Was that when the servers go live?
That's when the download.
Okay, so the download is 8 a.m. PST, September 28.
Yup.
Okay.
Wait. 27.
Oh, September 27.
Day before.
See?
Yeah.
Check out the big brain on Kash. I took the
Big
day
brain
off
on
before
bread.
launch.
Ah.
See that?
In chat, Demon Talks TV said Twitch drops for New World on the 25th. So there'll be Twitch drops on the 25th is what he said. I can't verify that, but
That's Saturday.
or maybe he just came in to get some people to watch his channel. Either way, cool. You better have some Twitch drops, or I'm gonna tell
Twitch drops. We're gonna riot. I mean, we're sending all of us over there to riot. Pickets and
There's
everything.
100 of it. There's 100 of us already.
Yeah, I think.
I'm just messing.
Okay.
Thank you.
So here's the deal. Like, this show is going to come out a day before launch.
Right.
Our whole goal here, you guys, is to get with the community, find out what you guys are doing. Like, we want to know your launch plans. If you're in chat, like, what are your launch plans? What are you doing? What questions do you have that we can answer? We're rambling.
Oh, hey, don't forget,
We're
we got a lore
super
lesson.
excited. We do have a lore lesson. Oh my God. I'm not kidding you. I feel like that 5-year-old kid that's getting ready to go to Disney World.
I know.
I seriously do.
I know. All right, we should move on. We should keep moving. Let's give them. While I prepare get the lore lesson ready. What's the lore lesson on today? What are they doing?
Oh, thanks for doing looking over your show notes. I appreciate that. After all the work I put into this, friends, we are doing a lore lesson. I'm just kidding. Tonight we're doing a lore lesson on the corrupted.
Oh, okay, I remember. Okay.
Yes, and a little thing that I'm going to do is to go in conjunction with our good friend Sullus's show. He produces the Loreseekers to Eternum podcast, where he covers an original roleplay story about our actual company in the game. And as part of that charge, as part of our light roleplay that we enjoy doing, that we are going to really exponentiate doing in this game, is the company will get weekly missions, and he will put a charge out to the company of something that needs to be completed throughout the week in game. And our members, those who want to take part in it, will go into the game, go through that experience, whether it's running a patrol as a group with us, running an expedition, completing a certain mission, tracking down another player and killing them, bounty system. Yes, that's right. We are doing that. He likes to get after action reports, and that is kind of part of the roleplay experience that we're doing. And those after action reports of what you have done in the game are written into the overall story of what the Loreseekers company is doing. So that's our RP flavor. So anyway, as we go through some of these lore lessons here in the future, they may come in the form of an after action report to our governor about what we have discovered in the land of Eternum.
It's going to be a good time. There's a whole lot of things coming. Whole lot of things, especially the bounty board. There'll be kill nights where we just go and clear the way for members to get from point A to point B. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. Corrupted. I'll be right back. You enjoy this. I can push start. Where's start? There it is.
Lore Lesson 4, The Corruption. Lore page, between a statue and a hard place. We angered the wrong people. These red, glowing freaks cornered us, and the little ammunition we brought didn't hold them off. They flayed Stanley right in front of us. As he lay dying, his eyes turned red just like them. It's only a matter of time before they do the same to the rest of us. Governor Sullus, please receive the following dispatch regarding your request for reconnaissance from the Northern Territories. My apologies for the mood of the missive, but I can assure you that it matches that of the members of our expedition. We've discovered much in our assessment of the territory, including additional enlightenment on these corrupted creatures we've been receiving word of in recent months. At first glance, the island of Eternum may grant you charming visions of tranquility and mystique, but as we journey further into the depths of her clutches, she's not as breathtaking and serene as some of her beauty has led us to believe. Within her grasp are inherent dangers, and if you don't tread lightly, they will turn on you in a flash. These corrupted are undeniably more than we had expected. They have a history. They have drive. They have vision. And they appear to have the resources to succeed. Allow me to explain. In addition to after-action reports from our scouting parties, we have discovered various fragments of information, seemingly left for discovery from those who have traveled this land before us. These deliberately placed pages, oftentimes resembling reports to superiors, have given us a glimpse into the true nature of the island, for better or worse. It seems many adventurers upon the island have befallen the fate of these corrupted. We've spoken to rangers who have been afield and divulged several methods to which they've witnessed humans transforming into twisted, red-eyed humanoids upon death. Some have reported comrades falling in battle to the corrupted, only to be risen in death as one of them. Others have reported festering wounds caused by the corrupted, resulting in a freezing sensation traveling from the injury and spreading throughout their bodies. There are testimonies of a corrupted sludge overtaking victims and transforming them. We've even been told the corrupted employ tactics to pin down and shackle their victims, only to discover days later those prisoners had been mutated. As disturbing as one might imagine upon receiving word, a missive arrived from a scouting party beyond the Cleave, and it reads, "They're not just what we once were. They're still like us. I've seen beyond the fortification. They have farms, towns, even what might be a church at the summit of the mountain." From Acting Captain LG. As you see, Governor, the corrupted are not the mindless husks they may appear to be at first glance. They are cunning, organized, even strategic in their actions. In our travels and studies, we've been able to discover the corrupted even seek out and gather ancient artifacts from the depths of this island. What we haven't been able to uncover, however, is why. Much of the documentation we've unveiled mentions the encampments and settlements of the corrupted and how very advanced they have become. Many scouts have reported these settlements are much like our own, bustling with activity. Inflicted cooks prepare gruel to serve to the camp's inhabitants. Corrupted smiths tinker away at perverted creations. Alchemists mix unknown concoctions, and science is studied with fervor. It's almost as if, despite being affected with the corruption, these creatures have continued to thrive at their chosen craft, much like they did in life. Reconnaissance has revealed structures near the Shattered Mountain to the north. It was even described as a civilization of the corrupted. One of our acting captains afield sent a report regarding a red church discovered by one of his scouting parties, and he wrote, "You saw a church, I heard myself say? Yet the corrupted have no religion like any we know. You think this means they are to be reasoned with? That peace will be easier? A church only means we have a canyon wider than the Great Cleave between us, not physically, but in spirit. We know they do not seek to kill us. Do you welcome conversion to that?" I pointed at the crown of the Shattered Mountain, the isle torn from its foundation. "You think you bring words of hope, that we might make peace, but I tell you, in a single structure, you have given us proof that there will be no peace until we are all as they are, and all worship as they do. We are no match for the corrupted if a twisted religion drives them." I had no patience to speak to the man further. I shall question him again when I have calmed myself. The corrupted seem to have some sort of god they worship. But why in God's name would they have churches and priests? What's more, the corrupted build those obelisks, the mystical structures jutting out of the ground and into the sky surrounded by some sort of otherworldly energy. The Rangers have described them as alive, floating above cyst-like wells in the landscape. Floating stones, like the one atop the Shattered Mountain, harnessed by the corrupted and their priests. Priests, I say! They carve indecipherable symbols into them. What their purpose may be is still unknown, even to our most accomplished scholars. The corrupted appear to communicate quite effectively through some kind of written language. Many reports have described this text as indecipherable, strange symbols and markings looking like no language you have ever encountered. The corrupted strangely appear where our colonists have established settlements. They have become a fixture in these areas, creating their own spike camps from which to launch attacks. It seems as our settlements grow and thrive, the incursions become more frequent and more violent. It's almost as if they know when we progress, and when we begin to thrive. Luckily, many of our encampments have been able to fend off the attacks with the help of those under local government employ and volunteer conscripts. Others haven't been quite as lucky. The corrupted seek to stain and dominate this very island with their vile presence, taking what was once serene and peaceful and twisting it to their will. They can rip open the ground and flood an area with contemptible creatures and structures. The very air we breathe turns into a choking black smoke, and all is illuminated by an evil red glow, pulsating with an unearthly light. The corruption of this land grows. Yet, although our settlements can be besieged by the corrupted hordes themselves, they are somehow protected from the corruption seeping in from the land. It's almost as if something within the earth protects the ground under our outposts from withering decay. Could it be this Azoth substance we so desperately seek is ingrained in the soil and doesn't allow the corruption to manifest? We have our best science and podologists at work to uncover the mystery. Intelligence reports that rangers have discovered portals possibly relating to monoliths near Mirkgard where corrupted pour out without pause. What could be on the other side of these portals? It seems the corrupted amass an army to the north, but for what purpose? Our expedition came across an encampment just south of the Great Cleave, where we encountered quite an interesting individual. Dr. Theophrastus Bombastis, a naturalist and philosopher, had set up a spike camp and research tent to observe and study the corruption in the area. Now, how he was blessed with such a noble and difficult to pronounce name, I don't know, but I digress. Dr. Bombastis gave us the most intriguing insight into the corrupted we face. Most of the information was similar to what we had been able to discover on our own, but some information proved to be unknown to anyone we had spoken with to date. The good doctor told us there was no origin of the corrupted or when it first appeared. Some believe it spawned from the inherent evil in humanity, while others believe it is linked to the former inhabitants of the island, these ancients, possibly from their failed experiments with Azoth that was found here. We have indeed seen numerous statues of strange humanoid beings with split faces and 4 arms. Perhaps these are the ancients he speaks of? Dr. Bombastis claims to know of evidence proving the corrupted destroyed the ancients and their advanced technological civilization many years ago. He encouraged us to speak with his companion, a William Heron, an expert on the ancients. But Mr. Heron hasn't returned from his last expedition to Shattered Mountain as of this writing. Dr. Bombastis continued to explain that the corruption itself may be caused by a parasite that feeds upon the Azoth found within all beings. Once the corruption takes hold, it turns them into twisted and malevolent servants intent upon spreading their evil influence. The doctor was currently studying what exactly traps our kind here, whether it's the corruption itself or some other force that is responsible for the impenetrable storm wall that forced us all to the shore. He is sure the dark side of the human psyche makes us especially vulnerable. Things like rage, pride, and greed draw the corruption to us. He persists their only goal is the complete subjugation of Aeternum's inhabitants. Dr. Bombastis warned us not to hesitate in their destruction and stresses that they have lost all connection to their humanity. He describes them as cunning and tactical tricksters. Corruption, not only relegated to humans it inflicts, but the beasts of the island to carry out the will of their masters. The most dangerous forms of the corrupted are their priests. The corrupted clerics are the leaders of the Legion and use dark magic to bend the wills of the unwary. What's worse, Dr. Bombastis mentioned in particular 2 major corruption threats the inhabitants of this island will eventually face. The first is a mysterious being known only as the Tempest. It is unknown if this entity originated here or was shipwrecked, like us. The second is a dangerous sorceress in Ebonscale Reach, Empress Zhou Taiying. He claims she is transforming the region into a bastion for the corrupted. Unbelievably, she controls an army and a navy, poised to strike at all of Aeternum. He persists that she is our greatest threat. Governor, I regret that we do not have more enlightenment to shed, as this is the entirety of our findings to date. More excursions across the Great Cleave to the Shattered Mountain region are in the works, but I have decided to grant the encampment a week to resupply and rest. As of this writing, we have lost 6 members to the calamity of this cursed island. And as you can surely imagine, we are facing insurmountable obstacles afield and at times narrowly escaping with our lives. The corrupted lurk. They scout. They stalk our encampment, causing us to employ a vigilant watch and continuous patrols. On behalf of my expedition, I sincerely hope that this information is of infinite value to the Syndicate's efforts. I will send additional findings as I am able. Your most loyal servant and friend, Cassius Kilborn.
Wow. Wow, 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 my friend. Yep. You did good, bud.
Thanks, buddy. I'm getting like more into my character, into our RP, into what our company has going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey guys, game hasn't even launched yet, and I am like 1,000% nerd mode right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm part of this show, and I just wanted to say I thoroughly enjoy that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The fact that everybody is, I'm watching the comments in chat and everything, you guys, and I can't even explain like how much that warms my heart, because I put a lot of work into this stuff, because I want you to enjoy it. So to see people enjoying it makes me fueled.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, well, friends, this is it. This is it. Wow, this is crazy to even say. Before the game is out. So, friends, thank you so much for tuning in the show. We hope you had a good time. If you did, first off, everyone who's sitting here live on the show, don't leave just yet. Stick around. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuning in today. And first off, tell a friend about us. If you enjoyed the show, pass it on. Pass the word around. Spread the word about who we are and what we're doing. And if you like it, tell a friend about it. And also, be sure when you're done, if you would, take just a few moments and give us a review. Whatever app you're using, whatever podcast app you're using, however you're choosing to listen, we want to hear from you. For every 5-star review on iTunes, though, every written 5-star review, we'll give you some love with a shout out right here on the show by reading your review. And we got one here today from Paulie B. The United States of America says, after closed beta, I was hyped for New World more than ever. I searched for some new podcasts and stumbled across 2. So I took a shot to see what they had to say. Any New World news is good news in my eyes. First, I started with the RP story of Solus. Not once or twice, but many times I've listened to this awesome story take form. Such a professional job. And then I listened to 3 best friends banter one another and laugh and just be excited about something that I too was super excited for. I can't recommend this podcast enough for those that are interested in New World or those interested in a fantastic story. 5 stars from me all day. Paulie, thank you, friend. That was awesome.
Wow. That was a great review, and I had not seen that one yet. Thank you, Paulie.
That was awesome. Yeah, Champ, tell them about us.
Thanks, Paulie. Wanted to throw that in there too. But hey, if you want to call us, you can call us at 765-382-6961. Please keep your message to 1 minute or less. You can email us at loreseekerscast@gmail.com. You can find our podcast, written lore lessons, and articles at loreseekerscast.com.
Friends, if you want to follow us on social media, we are going nuts on it right now, and we'll probably continue to do so. You can follow Jibbs at Jibbs IRL on Twitter. You can follow Champ at Champ2504. You can follow myself at Loreseeker Kash. You can follow the show at Loreseekers Cast and on Instagram at Loreseekers Cast. Don't forget to follow Loreseeker Solace and his show. You can follow him on the same exact feed that we have at Loreseekers Cast, but follow him personally also. He posts a lot of really good stuff at Solace, SULYCE on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/LoreSeekersCast.
Friends, everyone who's here live, just like, what is it, 5 days away now at this point? 5 or 6 days away? To everyone who's listening, on release day, we will see you tomorrow in Aeternum.